When we think of prayer, we think that we have to have it in a formal setting, dress up in our finest clothes, and there are times for that. But prayer is at every moment in our connection with God Almighty. And even when we're still in our pajamas, still in bed, and we first open our eyes, the first thing to occupy our minds is meant to be appreciation and gratitude for God Almighty. And this is really the first prayer of the day, because our whole day is really prayer. In fact, when we breathe in and out, it's a praise for God. So the first thing that we utter when we wake up in the morning is a recognition and an acknowledgement that God has restored us to life by giving us back our soul, giving us back our vitality that's only available to us in a concealed way when we're sleeping. That even though we're still alive, we're still breathing, but it's in a muted way. But when we wake up in the morning, then first thing we do is we feel that we're alive, and we appreciate that, and we say a prayer to recognize that. Now, why is it so important to say this prayer while we're still in our pajamas, while we're still haven't even had a chance to reflect on what's going to be today? This is the best time, because what happens is shortly after we wake up, we start to see the things around us that need to be fixed. We see the world needs to do things in the world to fix the world. We start checking our emails, we start checking our phones, we start checking our text messages, WhatsApp, and so forth, and get messages bombarded from all kinds of different angles, what other people want us to be thinking about. So we want to make sure that while we are still the masters of our own thoughts, which we always are, but before we get bombarded with other thoughts that people think we should be thinking about, we need to clarify, what is it the focus of our thinking for today? And the focus of our thinking for today is always gratitude. So that's why we start with a prayer that says, Modeh ani lefanekha, melekh vekayam, shehecḥezarta nishmahti bechemla, rabah, emunatekha. And the translation of that into English is, and every person could say this in English, whatever language they understand, it's Modeh, I'm acknowledging to you, God. Acknowledging am I. We start first with we don't start with I. The first thing we want to is we're acknowledging God. So God, we're acknowledging you, before you, the King that's living and enduring, because God is eternal, has always existed, it continues to exist, it will always exist, and brings everything that we perceive as existing, God is bringing into existence constantly, something from nothing. That you've returned to me my soul with mercy and with great compassion. And great is your faithfulness. It's not only that we're referring to God as being faithful, but we are referring to God having faith in us, that every human being, God is giving existence at every minute with an intention that human being is going to use out that power and the tremendous ability and the heart and mind that a human being is given is going to be used for the service of God and to bring greater goodness into this world. Because what's the ultimate service of God? It's bringing goodness into this world, helping other human beings, and helping other human beings understand and see how much they have to appreciate from God Almighty. So this is what we start our day with. And when we start this, and we say this every day, play this video every day. If you need the help to remind it, or find there's printed below a copy of this prayer. You could even, if you get stuck in the middle of the day, you could even remind yourself of what this prayer says, and take yourself to the place of gratitude and remind yourself, and each one of us reminds ourselves that God Almighty is giving us life at every second, and that's the greatest joy, and we're grateful to Him for it. We recognize where it's coming from, and we repay with appreciation by our choice of what we're going to think, what we're going to say, and what we're going to do throughout the day. That all reflects our acknowledgement and our gratitude to God Almighty. Have a wonderful day.